What's good, bro? We back in here. I hope you guys enjoyed that fan-made Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 intro that I made for you guys not too long ago. I dropped it yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I can't really remember. I think it was 2 days ago. If you guys haven't already seen it, make sure you go check it out. But in the comment section of that video, I asked you guys, which would you guys prefer, a Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 game or a Raging Blast 3? And what I got from looking at all of the feedback, it was a pretty balanced opinion. I mean, some people wanted Raging Blast 3 while the other half wanted Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Some people ended up even saying that they would rather have a Budokai Tenkaichi 4. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret though. My mom stopped me from playing Dragon Ball Z games growing up after a while because she told me I was being too aggressive and all this other stuff. I really saw no correlation. I mean, I know I was a bad little kid, but you know, but whatever. She took the games away from me, so I had to go back on my own and replay all of the past games that came out. I didn't do this recently. I mean, this happened like a few years ago, and I played all of the old games except for Raging Blast. I don't know what it was about it, but I don't know, I just never bought it, you know. But I saw good things about it, and to be honest, I wouldn't mind having a next version of any of these games that have came out. But I believe that whoever creates this next Dragon Ball Z game, well, I guess it would be a Dragon Ball Super game now, but whoever creates this next game for consoles should just take a completely new approach towards making this game. Maybe not completely. I feel like if there was anything in the past that was good for us, that should be incorporated into the new game, but they should take a general new approach towards this game that's supposed to be coming out. Well, I'm not going to say supposed to be coming out, that we want to come out, all right? There's no confirmation that there will even be a next game, but we all want it, and I think that some company will give it to us. My bet is that Bandai Namco and Demps will get together again and make this next game for us, but hey, it's no promises. Anyway, let's talk about what this new game should have. First things first, character creation. This game should have character creation. As you guys all know, Dragon Ball Xenoverse and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 was pushing more towards a MMORPG hybrid for future Dragon Ball Z games, and it's gotten us to the point where I feel like we need character creation to be content with any future games. Of course, there's a few people that don't really care whether there's character creation or not. Personally, I would prefer it to be character creation, but if there was not, I would still be content. But for the majority of the community, I mean, come on now, let's get real. That's what we want as a community. Also, our characters that we create need to have a storyline that we have not seen before. Maybe even put characters in the game that we literally have not seen before. You know, they've done that for Demigrod, they did that with Toa Mira. We need more characters that we have not seen to add that layer of mystery for what to expect from this game that we're playing. Like, we love that. If you guys recall correctly, in Ultimate Tenkaichi, the storyline revolved around your character who was in an alternate universe, I believe, and they could honestly do something like that. If they did something like that where they had certain people evil that we would not really expect to be evil, like they could literally change the relationships between certain characters, and that would be fun to us due to the fact we have not seen or had something like this before. I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking on what I would like, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below. Regardless to how the storyline is planned out, the longevity of it should not be less than a day, just like Xenoverse 2's was. That's crazy. Xenoverse 2's story mode was so bad to me. I love this game, I like Xenoverse 2, but I hated the story mode so much. And I feel like a game with a good story mode makes playing the game that much more fun, because if the story mode is really fun, I just sound like a little kid saying really like 5 times, but anyway, if the game has a very good story mode, people will go back and play the story mode multiple times. People are not going to do that with Xenoverse 2. The only reason why people do that is because they need to progress their player to the point where they can fly around Canton City. And with this next game, they need to create a story mode that is going to interest us. We are not going to want to play the same canon storyline, as I said, and we're not going to want a very short story mode. We're going to want something that takes us days, maybe even weeks to complete. And of course, creating a game like this will take some time, and I'm okay with that. We don't need a new game to come out this year. I prefer quality over quantity. On top of that, the Dragon Ball Super anime and manga is still going on. These new characters that are going to be introduced, these new power-ups that are going to be introduced, they're still coming. They're still coming, and if we wait By the time the new game comes out, we'll have way more characters to use, we'll have way more awakenings, all of this different stuff, and we'll be able to have more fun playing the game due to that. So I'm definitely okay with waiting, because as I wait, I can watch the anime, I can read the manga. You know, I've started to read the manga now. At first I didn't read the manga, but now I'm starting to, because they leave a good amount of stuff out of the anime that is in the manga, and if you guys aren't reading the manga, I definitely recommend to do so. And also, to wrap up the story mode, I just want to talk about one last thing that definitely needs to be there. Our characters need to be able to talk. I do not want to have another mute character in any video game ever again. Moving on though, let's talk about the multiplayer. Now, with Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2, they were pushing more towards MMORPG hybrid, and I think that that's what this new game should consist of. I really do think that that would be in everybody's best interest. I don't know if you guys have ever played it, but I believe it's called Dragon Ball Z Bu's Fury. It was a game that came out on Nintendo DS. Was it DS or Game Boy Advance? I can't really remember. I think it was DS. I'm pretty sure it was DS. Anyway, in that game you controlled all of the Z fighters, and you could go to all of the different cities. If you were Goku, you could even teleport to the other world and all this other stuff. I think that this new game should consist of that. That's a way to make this game more of an open world game that everyone will end up loving. And in those different places, I believe that they should include quests. I believe that there should be different quests across the whole entire world. There should be different quests as well as different raids. I feel like everyone will end up loving that. Something else that needs to be spoken on, the fighting style of this game. Now, they have a few approaches that they could take towards this. They could either create this new fighting system that we have not played with before, or they could take from any of the previous games. They could take the fighting style from Rage and Blast, they could take the fighting style from Budokai Tenkaichi, they could also take the fighting style from Xenoverse 2. And of course, if they were to pick up from where they left off on some of these previous games, the mechanics and the fluidity of these games, fighting styles would have to be improved. But nonetheless, I think that they could make it work. I really do feel like they can make it work. In my opinion, the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 fighting style would be the best, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I honestly did not want this video to last this long. I could end up making this thing last for like an hour, honestly. I mean, I've talked about my ideas on like new Dragon Ball Z games in my streams and stuff. If you guys have not already came through any of my streams, you guys are missing out. Make sure to follow me on Twitch if you guys have not already. I'm always doing a Q&A whenever I stream. I'm always playing with subs when I stream. Well, I wouldn't say always, but I try to play with subs as much as possible when I stream. I would say about 95% of the time. Whenever I'm streaming, I'm playing with you guys. So if you guys ever want to play with me, I mean, that's definitely the easiest way to play with me. Just come through in the stream and say, can I play? And I'll say, yeah, bro, come on. Just add me and join up. Also, I'm going to be starting up my Xbox Live community by the end of this weekend. If you guys want to be notified when the community is actually out, make sure to follow me on Instagram. Now, normally I don't post that much to my Instagram, and that is the whole reason why I'm telling you guys to follow me on Instagram, because I will be posting that to my Instagram. That way you guys can just turn on my post notifications and you guys will get a notification whenever I say that the Xbox community is finally made. To join, all you have to do is just send a request when you get on your Xbox. Okay guys, I'm sorry for everyone who's watching this video who's on PlayStation. I promise to get a PlayStation by the end of 2017. And when I do get a PlayStation, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be playing that much mainstream stuff. I'm going to be playing mainly exclusive games on the PlayStation. However, I will try my best to interact with as many subs on PlayStation as much as possible, because I love you guys all the same regardless as to what console you play on. I don't know why so many people hate on the different consoles. Personally, I just like to have fun. I don't care what console I'm on. As long as I can have fun, I'm fine. Both consoles have their perks, you know. The only reason why I'm getting the PlayStation 4, as I mentioned, was so that I could play the exclusives. And I'm not gonna lie, PS4 does have a YouTube streaming feature. I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of that. That's about it though. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have anything you guys want to say about any future Dragon Ball Z games, make sure to do so in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day. I'm out, bro.